Module 7, AWS VPN and Customer Gateway. In this module, we'll start with AWS managed VPN connections, then components of site-to-site VPN, and then configuration steps. So AWS managed VPN connections. By default, instances that you launch into an AWS VPC cannot communicate with your own network. It means if AWS VPC, which is virtual private cloud, so instances inside this AWS VPC, by default, they will not communicate with in-house network infrastructure or on-prem data center. I mean, why internet? Of course, like if they have internet connectivity, there is internet gateway and security group or access control list allows traffic, then definitely why internet resources placed here can be accessed, but not by using private IP address. Also, there will not be any security. In fact, no data encryption, no data integrity, not at all. So by default, instances that you launch into AWS VPC cannot communicate with your own network. The next point is you can enable access to your remote network from your VPC by attaching a VPN gateway to the VPC, creating a customer route table, updating security group, and creating AWS managed VPN connection. And AWS supports Internet Protocol Security VPN connection, which is IPsec VPN connection. Let me explain this point. So let me put this definition into context. VPC in AWS cloud, virtual private cloud. Here, like there is internet gateway, like the is router, which provides internet connectivity. Now here, like as my in-house data center or on-prem data center or network, and for example, if there is a firewall or router, maybe a Palo Alto firewall here, let us assume, and it's my LAN segment. Here is the LAN segment 10.1.2.0/24, and VPC here, like the subnet here is something 172.16.0.0/16 is major network VPC CIDR. And what we want secure communication between this like office network, in fact, on-prem data center, in-house network infrastructure, and the VPC in AWS cloud. Here, let us assume like here, like there are 3 or 4 servers like EC2 Elastic Cloud Compute, EC2 instances in the VPC. And what we want secure communication between this 10.1.2.0 and 172.16.0.0. So for that here, a VPN gateway is required. AWS managed VPN gateway. It's a software-based VPN firewall or VPN router. AWS managed, right? So first we need to create VPN gateway, and this gateway need to be attached to this VPC. And here, of course, Palo Alto firewall, and then we will create IPsec tunnel, IPsec tunnel between this Palo Alto firewall and VPN gateway attached to this VPC. And VPN gateway is AWS managed VPN gateway, right? So basically, IPsec tunnel means this IPsec, which is basically ITF standard framework. It provides encryption, data integrity, anti-replay mechanism, anti-replay, and data origin authentication. Data origin authentication. So it's not only about the encryption. I mean, this if it's a standard TCP based application, for example, HTTP is the packet like TCP header, IP header, and HTTP. So IPsec VPN means two additional headers will be attached to it, a new IP header, ESP header, and like authentication and ESP tailor. So if you have understanding about IPsec framework like this ITF standard framework, and you know about encryption, data integrity, and T-replay, so I hope you understand this, that this portion is encrypted, right? Ciphertext, not readable. ESP, this like encapsulating security payload is in will be in the plain text, IP header, plain text. So, but if like there is any change here, like inside this ESP, then this data integrity will be failed in fact. So data integrity means it will ensure that this packet is not tampered during transition, right? So this IPsec provides complete security because it's not only encrypting the data, it also provides data integrity, anti-replay mechanism. It means avoid duplicacy. If the duplicate packet is received, then firewall immediately understand, because here like inside this ESP header there is a sequence number in fact, and like if uh, two packets have same sequence number, then receiving VPN gateway understand that it's like duplicate packet. So that is that's the way like how this anti-replay it works in fact, right? So the tunnel what we are going to create here between Palo Alto firewall in-house network infrastructure and the VPN gateway, this VPN gateway attached to AWS VPC, and here transport is internet. And what we are going to do, we are going to set up IPsec tunnel between this Palo Alto firewall customer owned VPN gateway and AWS managed VPN gateway, right? And this IPsec means now like this internal network, for example 10.1.2.0/24, and this VPC major network CIDR is, let us assume 172.16.0.0. So now both like this 172.16.0.0/16 network and this subnet, they both will communicate via this IPsec tunnel. So for that, what we need to do, we need to put a route here in the routing table of this firewall. That is, in order to reach this 172.16.0.0, packets should be tunnel. It means the packets should be sent via this tunnel. So if external interface IP is like, for example, 169.254.0.1 and here dot 2. So definitely we need to create a route here in order to reach 172.16.0/0. The next hop IP address would be this, and the exit interface would be tunnel interface, right? Same here, like this VPN gateway and the routing table here should have a route for this 10.1.2.0 with the target this VPN tunnel. And I'm going to show you like how to do this routing and all that. Now the question here is, first like we need to configure this AWS end first, and then we also need to specify customer end VPN gateway device, like the vendor, I mean, like whether it's Palo Alto, Checkpoint, FortiGate, Cisco SS, Cisco router, or generic in fact, right? Because AWS will provide configuration steps in fact. So if we tell the AWS that my firewall, customer firewall is Palo Alto, so what configuration will be required here? At Palo Alto firewall, configuration will be given by provided by this AWS, right? So we can refer the notepad file which will have complete configuration steps in like while configuring this Palo Alto firewall. Still, we need to know like the basics of this Palo Alto firewall. If like the firewall is Palo Alto here. So coming back to the discussion here, like so you can enable access to your remote network from your VPC by attaching a VPN gateway to the VPC, creating a customer route table, updating security groups, and AWS managed VPN connection. AWS supports IPsec VPN connection and it's a basically route based VPN. Of course, too many customization is not possible here, but it's still like we can do a lot of customization even. And by default, AWS creates and of course recommends creating two tunnels just for the sake of redundancy. In order to provide redundancy, two tunnels, I mean like the first tunnel and then another tunnel, and with the help of policy based routing or PBR, policy based routing or forwarding, the route selection will be done. It means the first tunnel, like tunnel one, and if something goes wrong with it, there's like network reachability issue or any other issue, then alternate path or the next tunnel, that is tunnel two, will be used. But it's not mandatory, like it's just recommendation. So if like let us assume that I have only one ISP link terminated to my firewall, and there is no redundant ISP link, there is no redundant path, so definitely I would never prefer creating two tunnels, because two tunnels means like there has to be two different paths to reach internet. But the recommendation here is creating two tunnels here, and here is the VPC, AWS VPC and VPN gateway, right? So in VPC, like there is VPN gateway, internet gateway, transit gateway, NAT gateway, so there are different gateways here. But in physical networking, in fact, the same device, like either the Cisco router or maybe Palo Alto firewall, is used to do like the routing, NATing, firewalling, VPN termination, everything. But in AWS cloud, there are different gateways. Internet gateway to provide internet accessibility is router, right? Transit gateway is like something when there are like multiple VPCs, so there are two different ways to communicate between VPCs. One of the way is like VPC peering, which require full mesh VPC peering, and it's one of the major drawback of VPC peering. So in order to resolve that, there is another concept here, transit gateway. So basically, hub and spoke topology sort of thing. Like different VPCs, they connect with the transit gateway, and with via transit gateway, different VPCs communicate with each other, like a kind of hub and spoke topology. So that is transit gateway, NAT gateway is there, and here like we are going to use VPN gateway. So the tunnel need to be set up, IPsec tunnel between VPN gateway, and this VPN gateway is a software gateway managed by AWS, and is a customer gateway, can be a Cisco router, firewall, ASA, FortiGate, Checkpoint, Palo Alto, right? And once like this tunnel is like configured, tunnel is up, then resources of this AWS will communicate with the resources of this customer network, provided like security policies would allow that, and by using the private IP, and the communication will be secure here, right? Encrypted, data integrity, anti-replay, means like the complete feature like we are going to have, because this packet will be encapsulated, and additional header like new IP header, new ESP header, like ESP header will be added to it, and for like ESP trailer and ESP authentication. So it's all about the IPsec theory part. I'm not going to discuss more about this IPsec. So I assume that you know like what is IPsec, IKE phase 1, IKE phase 2, everything about IPsec, in fact, and you should be knowing that, of course. So Amazon VPC provides the option of creating an IPsec VPN connection between remote customer networks and their AWS VPC over internet, as shown in the following figure. And I'm going to show you like how to create all this components. So one of the component is VPN gateway, customer gateway, and customer gateway device. So customer gateway device, I mean like vendor, particularly with Checkpoint, Palo Alto, or which vendor device customer is using, in fact, because according to that, this AWS will generate VPN configuration file. So if we tell like AWS that like as a customer, if I tell AWS that I have been using like Checkpoint firewall or Palo Alto firewall or Cisco ASA, according to that configuration file will be generated, right? So that is why we need to specify. And in case if the customer gateway is not listed in the list, then there is another option which is generic. So we can select that. And I'm going to show you like how to do all this. So VPN gateway is like, let me go to the previous slide. So VPN gateway is the VPN concentrator on the Amazon side of the site-to-site VPN connection. You create a VPN gateway and attach it to the VPC, right? Which you want to create the site-to-site VPN connection. Customer gateway is like customer and VPN device, and the vendor like which vendor device is the customer VPN gateways. Different steps here, and the different step is create a customer gateway, create a target gateway, routing, security group, site-to-site VPN, download configuration file, customer gateway. So I'm going to simplify the step here. So all right, so I have logged in to my AWS account here, and there is one default VPC. But what I'm going to do, I'm going to create a VPC here, and the what topology. Okay, so I'm going to use VPC A, and measure C idea is this, and then a subnet address. What I'm going to use here 1.0/24, and in this subnet I will launch EC2 Linux machine for simplicity, and I will assign a static IP address to it. Private IP address, I mean like let's say 15, and one public IP so that I can access this machine. And it's a DHCP assigned, no elastic IP, auto auto assignment. So, and for internet connectivity, of course, like so the first step number one, what I'm going to do, creating VPC, right? And then step number two, create subnet, and subnet address what I want to use here 1.0/24, and VPC here 172.16.0.0/16. And the third step number three, is uh, create internet gateway and attached to VPC, which VPC A for example. And then for internet reachability, there should be a default route. So create a default static route with target internet gateway, right? And then the next one is launch EC2 instance in subnet 172.16.1.0/24, and then VPN configuration. Then we will start doing VPN configuration. So let's complete like all the 5 steps first, then I will move on to the VPN configuration. So a very quick here, creating a VPC. So the VPC name here, VPC A, and the CIDR block I want to use /16. Done. Okay. So one subnet here. So I want to create a subnet, and the subnet address. So name should be meaningful. So if I give the name like this, so at least it's very obvious, like the subnet address is 172.16.1.0/24 in VPCA, and availability zone I want to select 1, and the CITR block here 1.0/24. Okay. The next step is internet gateway. So browse to find the internet gateway here, and where it is, internet gateway, here it is. Okay, because it's not a default VPC, so we need to create a gateway here, and gateway is A, and this internet gateway need to be attached to VPC A, this one attached. And then for internet, there should be a default route here, and whenever we create VPC, then a default routing table is automatically created, and here it is for VPC A. So default routing table here, and give a tag, so it's routing table for VPC A. All right, and there is only one subnet associated with it, so this subnet will use this routing table. And what about default route? So 000, any network address, any subnet mask, and target is internet gateway. Correct. Done. And then launch EC2. I'm going to launch a Linux machine here just for the testing purpose. where there should be a instance here. So EC2 detail, and in which subnet VPC and subnet E here. Auto sign public, yes, enable. And I want to use private IP address here, and the IP address is 1.15. I want to use this 15 IP address, and no additional storage, and tag if we want here the name and Linux machine, and here the IP address is 15. And what about the security group? So I want to learn everything from security group, right? Okay, so keep here and launch it. Will take 4 to 5 minutes, not more than that. So it's very quick. And public IP is 35.154.249.237. So let's this instance be available, and then this status check, it should be 2/2, because here like status check instance and as well as system status check should be done properly. Okay, in the meantime, I'm going to open putty with this IP address. So it's running, and but it's still like it's initializing status check. So wait, like this should be 2/2, like both should be done. So I've opened the putty, and IP address here on this Linux machine. IP address is 1.15, and I need to use like ppk file for authentication. Okay, so now it's still initializing. Wait, let this status, both status should be verified, and then I will so it's taking time here. So public IP address and the private IP address is same, like 172.16.1.15, correct? And in the meantime, let me draw a very quick topology here, what we want to do. So here, like there is a Palo Alto firewall, what I'm going to use, and internal interface. All right, so it's my Palo Alto firewall here, and internet LAN segment Ethernet 1/1. It is in inside zone, and IP address here is 2.10, and this one is like Windows 2019 server machine, and its IP is 10.1.2.15 mask 255/24, and the gateway is 10.1.2.10. All right, and here is the VPN gateway, AWS managed VPN gateway. So it's a VPN gateway, AWS managed VPN gateway, and here like the EC2 Linux machine IP address 1.15, and is this one is VPC A CIDR 0.0/16, and here like the subnet is sorry 172.16.1.0/24 is a subnet here in this major network, right? And this Ethernet 1/2, which is in outside, and its public IP address is 122.248.218.241. Okay, so it's the public IP address here, right? Now a tunnel need to be created here between Palo Alto and AWS managed VPN gateway. Here it is, right? Tunnel 1, tunnel 1, or any tunnel, right? And the IP address, of course, here. And I will put this VPN tunnel in separate zone because in Palo Alto is zone-based firewall, so I need to place this tunnel interface in separate zone. So now go back to this, refresh, yes, 2/2, done, connect, EC2 user. So now I have access Linux machine in AWS cloud. Now the next step here is VPN configuration. VPN configuration. VPN configuration in AWS side. AWS side. AWS side first, right? So here in AWS, step number one is first we need to go to this VPC section for the networking component, virtual private cloud, and here there is option to create VPN gateway, virtual private gateway. So step number one is create virtual private gateway. Just give any name here. So VPN gateway, AWS VPN gateway, AWS VPN gateway. Default autonomous system number. We do not want to use any other autonomous system. And then this VPN gateway need to be attached to VPC-A. VPC-A. So first step is creating VPN gateway, and then so create VPN gateway and attach to VPC. Then step number two, customer gateway, right? Step number two is what? Customer gateway. So create customer gateway here. Customer gateway is basically Palo Alto firewall VPN. Routing, I do not want to use dynamic routing, so steady routing and network address. So network here is 10.1.2.0/24. So 10.1.2.0/24. And device is like optional, so we would specify device later. Oh, I'm sorry. It's not like CIDR value, in fact, is the public IP address. So I'm sorry. And the public IP, static public IP address is required here. So static public IP address of customer VPN gateway. In fact, it's not like the network address, it's just IP address of the VPN gateway. The routing part need to be done like separately. Like this option here, like the propagation, like route propagation, a kind of dynamic routing sort of thing. Another option is static routing. I'm going to show you like how to do the routing. So here Palo Alto firewall IP address is this one. So copy it, paste, done. So the step number two here, create customer gateway. Customer gateway. All right. Then step number three is side to side VPN connection. Create site to site VPN connection. And the last step is the routing part. Configure routing. Now here, like there are two options. Either we can go with static routing, or another option is like route propagation. And this static routing target will be here VPN gateway, the VPN tunnel. In fact, the VPN gateway tunnel. Okay, so create this site to site name. So these are the name, like, so we can give any name. So here like IPsec tunnel, and VPN gateway, of course we are not using transit gateway, and AWS managed VPN gateway, customer gateway, existing or new, existing because already I have created this Palo Alto firewall. And routing option is static and network address, network behind Palo Alto firewall /24, right? This network needs to be protected with IPsec. So, and then here like there is option for the customization and basically Palo like this AWS creates two different tunnels, tunnel one and tunnel two, right? Tunnel one and tunnel two. And if we go to this edit option here, so now here encryption method, hashing method, data integrity, Diffie-Hellman group, this all can be customized. Whether we want to use internet key exchange version 1 or version 2 lifetime can be customized. Like the default one is 28,800 seconds, phase 1, phase 2 is 3600. And so let's like accept the default parameter here. So I'm not going to change anything here. So just create VPN connection. It's done. And now there is option here to download the configuration. So now here I need to specify uh, customer gateway device Palo Alto network and running 7.0. Download it, and here is the configuration file, right? I'm going to use this configuration file. And the last step here is routing part, because here like we need to specify how to route packet to this network 10.1 dot. So how to route packet to this 10.1.2.0/24. So here like in this the routing table, I need to put a route here. In order to reach this, the packet need to be tunnel like need to be put inside this tunnel, right? So like for this network only. For all other traffic like 000, internet gateway and the gateway connects to internet. So now this routing table need to be modified. So one of the way is like doing this modification like in automatic way, like route propagation sort of thing. So whenever this tunnel will come up, then the route will be propagated. Uh, Maybe we can just do the static routing. So I'm going to show you like how to configure routing here. So minimize this, and it's still pending. So the routing table of VPC A, the default routing table, basically I'm going to use this one. So here like there's option route propagation. So what we can do, we can propagate this route, or if you want to create route manually, then just go to route, edit route, and 10.1.2.0/24, because it's a route based VPN, not policy based VPN sort of thing. So there has to be a specific route in the routing table, and then here VPN gateway. Where is VPN gateway? Look for VPN gateway, here it is, and then save routes. Done. So we have completed AWS side of configuration. Now it's time to configure customer gateway, which is Palo Alto firewall here. As of there is no configuration. So in Palo Alto firewall, first we need to create a tunnel interface. So go to this network tab and tunnel, add tunnel number is layer 3 default. Security zone, better to create a new zone. It's not mandatory but recommended. So VPN zone. So if you have ever worked with this Palo Alto firewall, so I hope you understand the steps like what I'm going to do here, like creating the external interface and then phase 1, phase 2 parameters, then internet gateway, and finally routing and security policy, of course, and IPv4 address, right? So what address I need to assign to this external interface? For this, open the configuration file provided by AWS. So it's all commented. I'm interested in like, and there are like two tunnel configuration here, tunnel 1 and tunnel 2, I phase 1 parameters from the CLI. I'm using GUI mode, no problem whatsoever. IPsec configuration and tunnel interface configuration. So tunnel IP address, here it is. 169.254.184. This is the IP address what I need to. So it means 169 IP address is the AWS side IP address 169. So I'm going to use this IP. Done. And then the next step, immediately I'm going to create a static route in this default routing table. It's a route based VPN. So create a route here. So route is uh, AWS network route, and route uh, I'm creating route for major network like the CIDR block, and interface should be tunnel interface, and the next of IP address is not 170, 169, and is a PIPA range 169.254, and it's always safe to use this automatically assigned private IP address because it is link local address non-routable. So since this tunnel interface is a point-to-point virtual link, point-to-point link, and of course like global routing is not required here, is so link local address will definitely work here, so no problem whatsoever. 169.254. So completed routing part, and then IKE phase 1, IKE phase 2. So IKE phase 1 is IKE crypto. So I'm creating IKE phase 1 here, and Diffie-Hellman group encryption. So I need to match the parameter like the security attributes with the attributes provided by this AWS. So, and I'm just going to create only one tunnel. So I will skip the configuration of tunnel 2. And if there is only one tunnel, it means policy based routing is not required. That is why I have not configured policy based forwarding in Palo Alto Firewall, because I'm going to create only one tunnel. In case like of two tunnels, policy based routing will be required. So I'm not going to do that. So I crypto profile, I mean like the phase 1 here, like the group is 2 SHA-1, lifetime is 2880 in seconds, and AES to 128 CBC. All right. So mask the security attribute here. So group 2 authentication SHA-1 encryption AES 128 key time in seconds, and here it is done. The next step is iGateway. Here I need to specify iGateway here. IKE version 1, and the interface like external interface is DHCP assigned IP address here, so we can keep it like non-local IP address, no problem, and peer IP address. I don't know like the peer IP address. I mean like AWS VPN gateway IP address, public IP address, AWS VPN gateway IP address. So what is IP address? Here it is 13.127. That's my IP address, right? Palo Alto IP 13.127.230. Okay, and then pre-shared key, VPN peers authentication. So pre-shared key is this one. Now certificate based authentication, pre-shared key authentication. So paste it here. Advanced options, associate IKE phase 1 with it. Done. Did peer detection and all that. I'm not going to match those parameters here. And then once it is created, then phase 2 IPsec crypto is phase 2 configuration. IPsec or phase 2 crypto. It's just the name, so we can give any name. And here, like IPsec protocol, definitely ESP, and Diffie-Hellman group. If PFS is enabled, then Diffie-Hellman group is required. And by default in AWS, also PFS is enabled. So look for this IPsec configuration, phase 2 configuration. ESP is the protocol, SHA-1, AES 128, and lifetime is 3600 seconds. That is 1 hour. And what about uh, group number? So Diffie-Hellman group is 2. It means PFS is enabled. So so we cannot select this option no PFS perfect forward secrecy. That means no Diffie-Hellman key computation in phase 2. But by default, PFS is also enabled like in AWS cloud. So we need to enable it, and even we can go with the same like 1 hour, no problem. encryption is 1 SHA-1 and 128, and ESP is the protocol is perfect. And then finally IPsec tunnel. Now here we will associate both IPsec profile, I mean phase 2, and as well as iGateway. So just give any name here like IPsec tunnel, for example, tunnel interface, and the iGateway IPsec crypto profile, which is phase 2 configuration. Advanced options as nothing need to be configured here. Proxy IDs need to be configured in case of policy based VPN only. So it's a route based VPN, that's not required. So almost we have done with it. And then the policy. So very quick, I'm going to create a policy between VPN zone and inside zone. Let's create like permitter just for the testing purpose. So permitter like allow everything, any source, any destination. So application, service, everything is allowed here. Done, and commit the changes. All right. And what's the status of close, minimize. I'm here now. Back to this, and I need to restart this session. So let this footy session be timed out, and then I will restart the session. Time out because of this timeout. And that is configured, and even I can access Windows machine also. Okay, so now restart EC2 task user. Okay, and 10.1.2.15 Windows 19 server machine. Okay, so ping is not coming up. So very quick troubleshooting here. All right, so let me access Windows machine also, and let me initiate traffic from Windows site, Windows 2019 server. So I'll click the RDP, and by using the same IP, I can check the RDP because NAT is configured there. So destination NAT. Let's ping 10 dot not 10 172.16.1.15. So it's not coming up, right? So there's some issue with the VPN configuration. Okay, done. So let me check the status from here. It is again. So I've initiated traffic. In fact, because traffic need to be initiated, generated. So now it's working properly. Now you can look at the output now. Both machines like Linux and Windows machines, they both are communicating with private IP address. And if I can show you the log here and refresh this tunnel status, yes, it's up, right? Tunnel is up. And if I go to monitor, and if I can show you the this ping command, and here it is, the log message. So between this source 172.16.1.15 and the registration is 10.1.2.15 and the application is ping rule permittal, right? So protocol is ICMP. So and zone is VPN zone. So perfect. And we can also verify from the CLI also. So if I open another one, new session, and this time I want to connect to this Palo Alto box 211. Here I am, admin. Okay, so if I run the command show VPN IPsec essay, so here it is. Okay, run this command again. So tunnel is with the 13.127.230.112 IPsec tunnel, and ESP is the protocol encapsulating security payload, AES 128 SHA-1, security parameter index like inbound and as well as outbound. A pair of tunnels, basically phase two tunnels are created, one inbound and another outbound tunnel. So it's perfect like there is one a pair of phase two tunnel between AWS and this. And if I go to this AWS side here and the tunnel status, so go to this site to site VPN available here and tunnel detail. So the tunnel should be up and here it is. State is up and the second tunnel is down definitely because I have configured only one tunnel. So this tunnel is up now, right? So configuring IPsec VPN tunnel between customer gateway and AWS VPN gateway is not very difficult, but yes, you should know like how to configure customer side VPN gateway. So whether it's Palo Alto, Checkpoint, Cisco SA, or Cisco router, or SAB, FortiGate firewall. So definitely AWS will provide configuration steps, but still like you need to have basic understanding of and customer is VPN gateway device. So that's all